An Introduction to the Science of Hadith by Ibn Salah al-Shahrazuri, 577-643, the most influential work on the science of Hadith in existence. Category 53, Homographic Names and Gentilics and Related Matters. This category concerns those names and gentilics which are uniform, that is, agree, in regard to their written form, but differ in their pronunciation. This is an exalted discipline, and whose transmitters are ignorant of it stumble often and never want for someone to make them feel shame. This information is diffuse, and there is no general rule to which one can make recourse for most of it. Exactness is attained only by mastering specific data. Many useful books have been written in this category, and one of the most complete, despite its shortcomings, is by Abu Nasr ibn Makula's Ikmal. The following are some of the oft-mentioned things which come under the heading of accurately recording words. Accuracy in this area consists of two subcategories, the general and the particular. Subcategory 1. Examples are salam and salam. So, apologies, no Arabic given, but there's 2 L's in the first and 1 L in the second. All of the instances of this name which you will encounter will be salam, except 5, and they are Salam, the father of the companion Abdullah ibn Salam al-Isra'ili; Salam, the father of Muhammad ibn Salam al-Bikandi al-Bukhari, the teacher of al-Bukhari. Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi and Ibn Makula mention him solely as Salam. The author of Matali, the rising places, al-Matali, said some pronounce it Salam and others pronounce it Salam, and the latter is more common. Salam is better established, and this is what Ghunjar, that is Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Ahmad al-Bukhari, mentioned in his Tarikh Bukhara, and he knew the inhabitants of this region best. The next is Salam ibn Muhammad ibn Nahid al-Maqdisi. The expert Abu Talib and Tabarani related hadith from him, and Tabarani called him Salama. Salam, the grandfather of the Mu'tazili speculative theologian Abu Ali Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab ibn Sulam al-Jubai al-Mubarrad, said in his Kamil, there is no Arab named Salam except the father of the companion Abdullah ibn Salam and Salam ibn Abi Huqayq. Others add Salam ibn Mishkam, a wine merchant who lived in pre-Islamic times. However, the well-known form of this name is Salam, with 2 L's. God knows best. Umara and Imara. We do not have an Imara except the companion Ubay ibn Imara, and some even pronounce his name Umara. Everyone else is Umara. God knows best. Kariz and Qurayz. Abu Ali al-Ghassani related in his book Taqyid al-Muhmal, meaning fixing unpointed words, from Muhammad ibn Waddah, said Kariz occurs in the tribe of Khuza'a, and Qurayz is used in the tribe of Abd al-Shams ibn Abd al-Manaf. Qurayz is also found elsewhere. We do not add Ayyub ibn Qurayz, the transmitter from Abdurrahman bin Ghanam, to the Karizis. So there's Karizis and Qurayzis, on the basis that Abdul Ghani ibn Sa'id rendered his father's name Kariz, since it was actually Qurayz, as Daraqutni and others have it. Hizam is the form used among the tribe of Quraysh, and Haram among the Ansaris. God knows best. Abu Ali al-Burbani stated that he heard the expert al-Khatib saying, the Ayshis are Basrans, and Absis Kufans, and the Ansis Syrians. So the key terms are Ayshi, Absi, and Ansi. Abu Abdullah al-Hakim said before this the same thing, Ayshis, Absis, and Ansis. This does not hold true in most cases, and God knows best. Abu Ubaidah is always Ubaidah. We read that Daraqutni said, we do not know of anyone with the paidonymic Abu Abida. The following are some things the exact pronunciation of which I worked hard to determine in the course of my investigation of those mentioned by Daraqutni, Abdul Ghani and Ibn Makula: As-Safar and As-Safar. I found that as a paidonymic it is As-Safar and also As-Safar. Nevertheless, some North Africans pronounce it As-Safar, for Abu al-Safar Safid ibn Yuhmid, or Yuhmid. That is contrary to the opinion of the scholars of Hadith as recorded by Daraqutni. Isl and Asal. I found that all of them are of the first kind, including Isl ibn Sufyan, except the secular historian Asal ibn Dhakwan al-Basri. He is Asal, and Daraqutni and others give it that way. I did find his name as Isl in the handwriting of the authority of Abu Mansur al-Azhari in his book Tahdhib al-Lugha. I do not think that he recorded it accurately, and God knows best. Ghanam and Atham. We do not know of any instances of the second form except Atham ibn Ali al-Amiri al-Kufi, the father of the ascetic Ali ibn al-Atham. The rest belong to the first form, including Ghanam ibn Aus, a companion who fought in the Battle of Badr, and God knows best. Kumayr and Qamir. All of them are Kumayr, including Makki ibn Kumayr, who transmitted hadith from Ja'far ibn Sulaiman, except the wife of Masruq ibn al-Ajda, Kamir bint Amr, and God knows best. Musawwar and Miswar. Musawwar is the form of the name of the companion, Musawwar ibn Yazid al-Maliki al-Khalili, and Musawwar ibn Abdul Malik al-Ya'rubi, from whom Man ibn Isa related. Bukhari mentioned him. So far as we know, the rest are Miswar, not Musawwar. God knows best. Al-Hammal, the porter, and Jammal, the camel driver. We do not know among the transmitters of hadith, or at least those mentioned in the books of hadith in general circulation, an instance of Hammal, the porter, as either an attribute or a name, except in the case of Harun ibn Abdullah al-Hammal, the father of the expert Musa ibn Harun al-Hammal. The expert Abdul Ghani related that Harun was a dealer in hawks, bazzaz, and when he renounced the world, he became a porter. Khalili and Ibn Falaki mentioned that Harun had the nickname Al-Hammal because of the great amount of knowledge he carried. I do not regard what they said to be incorrect. I do not regard what they said as correct, so he does not accept that the bazzaz, the dealer in hawks, became a porter, or was referred to as such. The others are Jammal, including Muhammad ibn Mihran al-Jammal, from whom Bukhari, Muslim, and others transmit hadith, and God knows best. Sometimes in this category one encounters names in which it is impossible to make a mistake, and one is correct no matter how one pronounces them. And this is also the case, for example, in Isa ibn Abi Isa al-Hannat. He is also known as Khabbat and Khayyat. However, he is famous as Isa al-Hannat. He was a tailor, Khayyat, and then abandoned that and became a dealer in wheat, Hannat. Later he left that and he became a merchant in camel fodder, Khabbat, selling the mixture of leaves, Khabbat, which camels eat. The same is true of Muslim al-Khabbat, in whom the three attributes are also united, Khayyat, Hannat, Khabbat. The authority Daraqutni related that these attributes come together in these two individuals, and God knows best. Stay tuned for many more parts.